It's that time again where I'm going to cover Forex Trendy, and I only look at this once a month for the videos. The last one was April 11th, and the reason is because when I'm looking at the patterns, I'm looking at higher time frames, 4-hour dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. And the reason is because using chart patterns, they take a long time to form, especially the good ones. And when they break, they got the targets, obviously, but they take a long time to form. And that's actually not bad because it does stop you from overtrading. For traders that want something a little different, I've made some videos on a new strategy called Fibo Quantum. It's an MT4 plugin that you just add to your charts using Fibonacci. And it has your profits, your stops, your entries, everything that you need to trade successfully. So take a look at that. There's a link up here on the right. So let's get started. What we're looking at here, again, these are our patterns. I look at everything and then the time frame. So let's go to patterns here. So like I said, the last one was April 11th. So you can see that the monthly charts, they take forever. This one, the last trigger on a monthly chart was 2016. And that was a buy signal. And it's still going on. So you're looking at, remember what pair this is, the Euro British pound. It doesn't travel that much. But this one's still underway. Anyways, let's just get right to it. So here we go. May 5th, 2018 is a weekly chart. There's a sell signal. And this one's just kind of hugging the line. It's not really breaking. This is the kind of trade that, because you're not getting any positive follow through on this, this is a trade you probably would not be sitting on too much longer. Just not something that you'd probably want to do. Even though, if we take a look at it, the break was at 111.67, which is here, up in this area here. And the first target was 101.72. And, well, that's something we never hit. So this is the kind of trade that you would say, you know what? I've been sitting this a little bit too long. We're not getting positive traction in our favor. It's still underneath. Now, understand that diagonal trend lines, you know, they can be pretty subjective. A lot of price patterns now that people like to trade have at least a horizontal line in them. They don't have to, of course. Just understand if you're going to draw these, which you don't have to, obviously, with this, that they're rule-based. And what's great about Forex Trendy is that they're rule-based. Okay, so that's a good thing here. This is one of those trades you'd probably say, yeah, not enough. So we go 2018, April 11th. This is the last one. So New Zealand dollar sell signal. All right. This is a break at 70.91 right here. As you can see, that's a nice momentum break. This is actually quite interesting because you see this momentum just tumble to the downside. A bit of a base, right? A day. I think it's a day. And then price just drops. And the target here is 68.55. So we haven't even hit the first target. But understand that this trade is up quite a bit. Around 245 pips. We've got to retrace here. Price is, moving down. If I was in this trade, which I'm not, I would have had my stop up in this area right here. Any more to the upside, I want to be out. And it'd be a nice little profit. And you can see that you've done absolutely nothing managing the trade yet. You had your target set, which is great. So you would have had your target set already at 67.79. It didn't hit it. So some traders, what they'll do is they will use an alert and place it, 10, 15, 20 pips higher, depending on, what's the daily chart. So you want to look about 20 pips. And when price starts getting close to the area, that you would start taking action if you're seeing adverse price reaction. So this is actually not a bad trade. We've got silver. Oh, that's interesting. No, May 1st. And this was a sell at 16.30, and price this didn't really go anywhere, did it? It broke down, went back up, broke down, went back up. This is one of those trades, again, we didn't even hit a target. We didn't even come close to a target yet, which is way down here. How are you managing these trades? And where's your initial stop? These are one of these trades that you probably would want to be taking some action if you are in this trade. Silver on the 4-hour. Well, let's take a look at it. Well, you see it dropped nicely, and it hit first target. It was at 16.04, and it didn't. Now, this is what I'm talking about. When you place alerts, have it close, or just look over here, for example. You have a previous support area. Price broke up, to the upside, push back down, and you can see that this has been hit here, here, here. So this is an area that you might have wanted to have an alert. And then when price comes back down, you can see it retested it after it rejected with a strong move back up. You can see the wick on this candle. And when you see those kind of things, that's, consider that to be adverse price reaction, especially after a big momentum move down. We do expect some sort of pullback or rally in price. Generally, we don't want to see this. But when you start seeing strong momentum against you, that's a time that you want to start taking some profits or just get out of the trade. Take a look at this one here. Triangle broke to the upside, 87.48, 8.74. Target will not reach. Target's way up here. Again, you set a target at this previous area, this previous pivot area, and you see what happens here. If you see here, you have a support area, and this is what you can actually do. I've covered it in so many different videos. You look left. But people say, well, if it cuts through price, it doesn't matter. Well, it certainly does matter, especially if it's used a couple of times. You see, you have a support level here that was broken, acted as resistance, and again, price moved up to it, and price was rejected. At least with horizontal support and resistance lines, you can be a little bit more objective in how you place them. Pound yen flag. These are all 4-hour charts. Sell signal 149. Oh, this is like just tumbled to the downside. First target, second target hit. Second target we're just above this second target. So this is about 400 pips worth of almost 500. No, yeah, sorry, 400 pips worth of profit in this trade. That's actually a nice trade. Euro Japanese yen. Again, we're looking at Japanese weakness, yen weakness here. Breaks with momentum, and it gets down to 127. Oh, just above this target here. So this is actually another nice trade. 200 odd pips, trading a 4-hour chart, and again, it's quite painless trade. And again, the Swissy against the yen. Triangle sell, probably right here, I would imagine, at yeah. And you see rallied right back up. Again, when people see this, they're right away. Just because you get a reaction back in, it doesn't necessarily mean that the trade is invalid. You just want to make sure you're not seeing momentum against you. And if you look here, you have a support level here. Whether it's support or not, who really knows. But you see this basing here. And you see the support here. And price rejects off of it again. It wasn't a strong rejection. You see we don't have a whole lot of strong green candles. But a lot of traders that trade breakouts, they're of the opinion that, let's say this is our breakout area, that if price breaks out and then trades back inside, the trade's invalid. Well, no, because you're assuming that this area had some special meaning, this exact price zone. Trading back inside of here, it's not a bad thing to happen. It just depends how it gets here. For example, if you saw something like this, price breaks up, pulls back, doesn't quite get in here, and does something like this, well, that's a problem because now you've got obviously a higher low here. But if this comes down through here, we are no longer in an uptrending pattern. If it breaks down here, unless until it breaks here, as soon as we stop seeing an uptrending pattern in an upside breakout, I start to consider consolidation. That's what I start to consider. As soon as the pattern is broken. So just keep that in mind. It depends how it gets back in here. Again, you don't want to see this either. This and then a hard drop in. But if you see this and the price breaks up and it's slowly coming back in with small candles. They're not huge momentum candles, but they're small little like dojis or just weak candles with shadows on the upside and to the downside. And those aren't too bad to worry about. So again, we saw some trades that did really well. Some trades are just kind of stagnant, didn't do nothing. And it just comes down to trade management. How you're going to and that's the bottom line, right? Once you're in a trade, how you manage a trade is how you're going to make your money. So that's that. Pick it up. It's a great product. I've been talking about this for such a long time. It's because I'm a big fan of it. That's it. Thanks for watching.